Got my little Thor boy with me here right now. I think he's feeling a little neglected. But yeah, first day after Adrian's party, he has played with the cars that came off the cake more than anything. he okay, I take that back. He uses the car that his grandfather got him also. Oh, I put up my things. I forgot I didn't put them up. And just looked back and I was like, oh yeah, put those up. But you know, he's played with those cars a lot. He's been pretty good. We was going to turn his seat around, like we were going to go somewhere, and I was like, oh here, let's turn the seat around really quickly. And I looked like, oh wait, I gotta change a few straps around, stuff like that. So I was like, we'll do that later. Because we're trying to make it to where he doesn't have to stare backwards. He can look forward in his car seat, because he's gotten car sick once, and that was not fun. Holy cow, was that bad. We were driving, and also he just started to cough, and we thought, okay, is his throat dry or something? And we pulled off and checked on everything, and he seemed to be fine. And then we waited a few minutes, pulled out, started driving again, and he started to cry and cough. And my wife had gotten in the back with him, and we'd stopped at a red light, and all of a sudden I just heard that bleh, and oh man, it was bad. So we went home, took the car seat out, washed him off, gave him a bath. So yeah, that was not a fun day. I don't know why my dog likes to do this. He buries his head. Oh shoot, there we are. But anyway, so yeah, we went through all that, and we finally got everything clean. So we haven't been really taking him on any long trips recently. We've been mostly shorter trips in town, things like that. I also wanted to give an update on my dog Chloe. We finished her round of antibiotics today, and she's still squatting like it's harder for her to pee. So I need to call the vet tomorrow, schedule another appointment. I'm hoping there's nothing else wrong. I really hope she doesn't have anything like a tumor or anything that's causing her that she's gonna be sick. And not because it's gonna cost me. I just don't want to be in pain and being uncomfortable. That's what I don't want. I'll do everything we can to help her. It just makes me really sad to think that she might have been suffering all this time. And with dogs, it's really hard to tell. Like, she doesn't whine or anything, and she still plays like she normally does. It's just hopes that she's not been suffering. By suffering, I don't mean like she's going to die or anything like that. I mean like in pain. So I don't, and like, I'm not putting her down or anything like that. That's be the last thing on my mind. My dog Thor here, I don't know if he gets jealous or what it is, but sometimes, one thing I know what he does, like if I make any odd noise, if I clear my throat, if I cough, if I do anything like that, he runs away. I don't know if he thinks I'm barking at him or something like that, or what. It's weird. Thor, did you sneeze and get snot all over me? Yes, you did. Well, that's great. But so yeah, so he's both my dogs are chickens. That's a fact. any type of noise they hear, they start barking, which, okay, they're herding dogs, they do that. But if something like most things that most dogs play with, they're scared of. We had this one thing like a soccer ball that squeaked, and first, like, we had it with Chloe before she is one of her first toys, and she saw it and she ran, she jumped on it, and it went because like it squeaked, the air going out and it come back in. She ran from that thing, and I think she peed herself when it did it, and so we basically had to put it up when we got Thor. Thor did the same thing, and he ran from it. So, yeah, my dogs are chickens. I do think that if anything would happen to anything was to happen to Adrian, they'd protect him. But anything else, they basically run behind me for me to protect them. Halloween costumes. We ordered Adrian a Scooby-Doo costume, and look, everywhere he looked, they've always been out of stock, and it's kind of weird, or they've been way too big, or something like, or just wouldn't fit him. So we found on like buycostumes.com or one of the other costume websites. We found a Scooby-Doo costume, and it's on sale. We got it. It should be here next day or two. And I think because I have a really big green shirt I bought, and like a V-neck shirt, and like brown pants, and I'm going to go with Shaggy. So I think that's going to be pretty good. For like, I think he loves Scooby-Doo. Like tonight we watched the Lego Scooby-Doo movie, Hollywood Haunting or something like that. It is really good, and Adrian loved it. When it was over, he actually looked at me. He was like, like he was sad that it was over. But yeah, it's funny how I don't know what it is about Scooby-Doo, but he just loves it. Like it makes me feel bad when I turn the iPad off. So like I don't want you watching like this thing for long periods of time. And he just cries, and I'm like, no, buddy, you have all these toys. Play with the toys. We'll play together. I'll read you a book. We'll do whatever. But oh, it's kind of funny. Remember how I was at that? Well, I don't remember that age, but when I was like 5, 6 years old, and Scooby-Doo Beyond, if I could watch multiple episodes, I would. I remember the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. I think it was prime time it originally aired. I watched it, and I watched every single episode of the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. For the longest time, that was my favorite one. And then there's a pup named Scooby-Doo, which I loved that show to death. I still love it. It's kind of hard to find, though. I've tried trying to find, like, I don't want to buy, like, the best pup named Scooby-Doo episodes. I want to buy, like, find, like, the complete series, like, or season 1, 2, like, to buy those. But they're kind of hard to find. But eventually I will, because he's never seen those, and I think he'd really like them. Just want to say one last thing before we end the vlog for today. This is my personal opinion, but I believe that every child should grow up with a pet. Personally, I think it's a dog. If some other people think it's cats, it doesn't matter. I do think they should grow up with them. There's a bond that you form with a pet that there's really nothing can rival. It's something that is with you constantly. I see how my dog Chloe is with Adrian. Thor is a little more skittish around Adrian, but still, yeah, if Adrian cries or anything like that, Thor even comes. And he wants to make sure he's okay. But Chloe is always right there with him. She lays beside him. She watches over him constantly. She's a herding animal, so she's watching over him like she would a herd, like a herd of sheep or cattle, anything like that. But there is a bond that is formed. Adrian really loves Chloe. He'll lay down and he'll just pat on her. He's still really young, so he does things that could hurt her. He'll sometimes he'll try to sit on her. I'm like, I don't let him do that. But He does. He really does. He'll walk up to her and he'll pet on her. He'll hug her. And it's really special. And it's something that, as he gets older, that bond will just deepen. And with Thor here, Thor may stick more with me, I'm not sure. But as Adrian gets older, I do believe Thor will form a bond with him, like a really strong bond also. And it's just something that I do believe it's something that will help. It helps kids everything also because it's a friend. It's a true friend that they'll have that will. Okay, there are some just mean dogs, but generally, if you have a pet that's grown up with your child, especially if you have if you have the puppy when he's really young and they've grown up together, generally you're going to have your child's going to have a friend until the dog passes. Many people they've had a dog their entire life, and when their kid it grew up with them, and it is sad that when your child is 12, 13 years old that their dog passes away. It's really heartbreaking, even for the adult, because generally the adult takes care of the dog. But many people I know, they've had dogs since they were 10, 11 years old, and they're in college, and their dog passes away, and it's very traumatic. I mean, I know how I'm going to be. Well, I don't know how I'm going to be. I don't want to think about how I'm going to be when Chloe or Thor passes. But they're very special, and they bring something very special into your life, and especially a child's life. So I'd highly recommend, if you can, getting a pet for your child.